Hello friends, I'm so excited to share this week's Thursday Thought, even though it's Friday. Yesterday I was a little preoccupied with an important meeting. I've mentioned a few times that I'm currently taking a coaching course called Thriving Coach's Blueprint with Jamie Smart. Well, today I want to share an update on how it's going, and I want to share the amazing impact that this experience is having on my life. I want to give you a sense for how powerful and transformative coaching is. One of the amazing ways this course operates is that we have a weekly call as a group where Jamie does what he calls laser coaching. All the students are on Zoom and Jamie coaches 3 or 4 people over 90 minutes. We all benefit from observing the coaching sessions in terms of honing our own coaching skills, but we also benefit from the sessions themselves on a personal level. The style of coaching that Jamie uses and teaches is based on the 3 principles: mind, thought, and consciousness. These are the underlying principles of clarity. They're centered around understanding who you really are and how you create your experience. The role of the coach is to create the conditions for the person being coached to have insights and realizations. The coach doesn't create the insights and realizations. They come from within the client, from their innate wisdom and innate capacity to generate them. It's an inside-out process, and it's very powerful. I had my session with Jamie on laser coaching call at the end of March. I'd been dealing with a number of issues, including the passing of my mom in February of 2020 and leaving my job in September of 2019 and having no success finding a new job. The stress and self-doubt that accompanied these events was much more of a burden than I was conscious of. On the job front, I had tied my identity and self-worth to my work and the contributions I made in my job and the way I was able to help and mentor people at work. The absence of a job was translating to a void, an absence of self-worth, and an absence of identity. In our session, Jamie masterfully got me into a space of deep reflection, and I was able to see who I really am, that my worth and identity aren't derived from the outside world, from a job, or from other people. I have innate worth and value. It was transformative. Jamie uses the analogy of having an insight is like getting an operating system upgrade. The underlying structure of your operating system is rewritten, added to, optimized. You're no longer the same person you were before you had the upgrade. You're a new version, a 2.0. You're better, closer to reality, closer to who you really are. Over the last 2 weeks in the course, we've started doing peer coaching. Each week we have a one-to-one coaching session with another one of our students. Half the session we're the coach, and the other half we're being coached. In both of my sessions, I've experienced significant results. In my first session, I shared some issues that I've been carrying around with me for 14 years. Issues I thought I dealt with in the past, but I've realized that I hadn't really discarded them. I'd just become so accustomed to carrying them around that I didn't really give much thought, even though they were weighing me down. Our discussion touched on what is real, where my experience comes from, and who I really am. When you understand that, the future isn't real, and the past isn't real. Anything to do with the past or the future is just thought. Thought from our imagination or thought from our memory. Either way, it's not real. The only thing that is real is now, this very moment that we're in. And even that isn't truly real. Our experience of the moment is our thought-generated version of reality. Our senses are collecting data, and our brains are using thought to turn those inputs into our own unique experience, our own separate reality. If you've never heard or considered these concepts, it can take some time and reflection to really grasp them. To make a long story short, I had a realization that the baggage I was carrying wasn't real. It was real in the moment, but now it was just thought, and as such I could recognize that I no longer needed it. It no longer served any purpose. It had no use and no value. There's no need for me to be carrying it. And just like that, it was gone. I was free from the burden. It's liberating, and it's so simple. It's transformative. My third and final story is from earlier this week. In my second peer coaching session, I was sharing that the lockdown and the most recent news about what the government is planning for the new school year in September was really weighing me down. I believe I used the term making my blood boil. You see, I feel like the restrictions and lockdowns have created a mental health crisis for our kids, and that the implications and risks of this are far more severe than COVID. Yet this crisis is not being met with the urgency and seriousness it deserves. Anyway, I'm not here to preach about COVID, but what I do want to share, which my peer coach helped me realize, is because of the lockdowns, my usual outlets for venting, sharing, and discussing things has dried up. Pre-lockdown, I played hockey every Wednesday. I had regular family gatherings to attend with our extended family. I'd go out for dinner or a beer with my friends. None of these outlets exist right now. I I have a buildup of stress and opinions, and the realization is that I need to find an outlet for it. So I've set up some calls with my friends, and what a difference it's making. Even the anticipation of it made an immediate difference. So what is the moral of my stories? Simple. Coaching works. Do you have an outcome you're looking to achieve? Is there something you'd like clarity on? Do you have a goal you're looking to advance? A problem you want to solve? Is there a change you want to make or a transformation you'd like to experience? Are you looking to create something, or do you want something to happen? If so, I can tell you for a fact that these things will happen sooner with the help of a coach. That doesn't mean you can't do it yourself. It just means you can do it faster with a coach. If you're interested in learning more or just want to have a conversation, I'd love to connect with you, even if we don't currently know each other. Just send me an email or reach out to me on social media. It only takes 2 words. Coaching, please. And I'll get back to you. Thanks for listening. Now go unleash your potential.